Hello, my name is Rihanna, and I'll be voiceovering me baking a pear tartan. I don't know. I'm gonna just put it on the screen right here. I was going to do it out loud, but then I was scared, and this is my voice checks. Like, just watch. Yeah, so that shit was pathetic. I was in the last clip. I was like, "Hello, please hear me." Like, and I'm not gonna tell you how it's made. I'm gonna give you the resources right here. But honestly, I can't remember half the thing I did. I was so scared, and I don't know. Like, I felt like the culinary teacher hated me. This project is for English, and while I was in English, she was like,
Get whatever I want.
Get whatever you want.
And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm bad at baking, so that's something I can learn at. But we started way too late, so I'm only doing like 2 recipes. Honestly, this whole thing was like so bad because I was so scared to ask for help. I've never been really scared to ask for help, but in this video, I was scared to ask for help because I felt like she didn't want to help me. And I was like, can you please do this? And she was like, sure. But like, she gave me a death glare. And honestly, this recipe took like way longer than I thought it was going to. It took like, I don't know, a couple hours. Well, here's the mixer. Just wait to see what I do. Because I feel like this is equivalent to pushing a pull door. I was literally like, how am I supposed to use this? Like, how am I supposed to put this on? And I struggled for like a couple seconds. Then I didn't know how to push it back. I was like... And another thing that happened is that I didn't know where the plugs were. And obviously you see him on the ceiling, and the guy helped me, and he was like super sweet. I really appreciate that, man. Like, after this, we like, I don't know, you can't see me, but I'm like crossing my fingers. We like this. And here, I'm just like, I don't know. I think I'm just winging it because I didn't know what the stand mixer was for like the longest time. That I don't think I should have admitted that. So I asked her for her help, and then she gave me, I was like, how much is an inch? Because it was like, you need to cut it into like 1 inch is. And she was like, this much. I don't know. Like, you saw me do the little thing. But then she gave me a rope, and then this is so bad. Like, I look so bad in this. I'm not a rope. Like, I don't know. But this is me cutting butter, and it's a lot of butter, I swear. And that, for some reason, that knife made it hard to cut the butter. And it's like a ridged knife. I've only used like butter knives for, cutting butter. And so I put the dough in the stand mixer, but then it was like splashing around. So I was like, this is kind of embarrassing. I was like holding my hands up to get it, even though my hands didn't do nothing. It did nothing. One also hard thing about editing this video is that I kept leaving the frame. Like, I kept walking off for like a whole bunch of minutes.
Tell me, where are you going? Where? You no, think about it. Where are you going?
And so the whole time I'm like, where am I going? Look, I just left. Oh, I think I just left to like wash the pears, but whatever. That's still spinning, and I got ice cold water. Well, I needed ice cold water, but then I was like, how am I getting this shit ice cold? Like, I didn't know I needed ice cold water. And another frustrating thing about that is like this whole time I'm like pulling this book out and being like, yeah, I'm reading this shit, knowing damn well I got dyslexia. Anywho, that's my baby. I've never made dough before. That's my baby dough. Like, it was a little shaggy looking, but we're all not perfect. Another thing about my little baby dough is that I didn't follow instructions to the letter. So while I was doing it, it was like, you needed 8 inches. And I was like, well, this is not 8 inches, so let me just fold it and then redo it. I was not supposed to do that. Like, it said so. So, but it still turned out good. That dough was actually the best part of the pear tart. The dough, I think, took me an hour to make. It took me a whole hour. And then, right here, my tablet died. And I had to switch to my phone, which was also very, very dead. Like, it was like 20% at this time, and my phone does not last long. But I use cinematic mode, and it's just like pretty. But this is me rolling out that dough. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of it. Just wait till you see the next video. It's bad. Nothing. I feel like this was like a fluke. But then I'm not gonna tell you what I was making, but yeah. There was also a flash flood going on. This whole time there was like a flash flood. And I was kind of, I don't want to say I'm scared because I live in Texas. And, you know, flash floods is like every other weekend. But I like that rain. I felt so sleepy this whole time. Making dough is like such like a peaceful process that the whole time I just wanted to take a nap on the dough. Look how soft my dough is. And then like, it said cut it into rectangles. I cut them bitches into squares. And you can see that also, I don't think it really matters. But then I had to let it sit for like an hour. And during that hour, I'm like, I'm losing time. And the teacher came over, and I was like, yeah, I plan on doing this, and this. And she was like, you're not gonna have enough time. I was like, girl, I know. Best believe I know. I also feel like the craziest thing about this is that I've never made dough before, and it's like I'm so proud of myself, to be honest. But like I said, in the next video, you're gonna see that this shit was a fluke. Like, but then again, I was making something pretty hard. And another thing that also bothered me is every time I pulled out the book and like started reading, like I can read, but I pulled it out like one of those anime characters with glasses. And like, what the fuck I look like in the middle of this classroom, pulling this shit out, holding it out, like. And also during the, like, every time I left for like hours at a time, I'm kidding, it wasn't hours at a time, but it felt like hours at a time. Like the students would like pose, like they would be like posing in the camera, and I was like, oh. Like, requirement to be on this goddamn camera is to Vogue. And if you're not gonna Vogue, I don't want to see that shit. I should, like, blur this out, because probably only my teacher's watching. Damn. Sorry, Miss Lanfear. Miss you, I guess. Oh, and grueling process was cutting these pears. And I just told you I have dyslexia, and I was reading, and I was like, I saw this word I didn't know. It was like, halved. I was like, oh my gosh, what the fuck is halved mean? Like, and then I asked the girl next to me, and she was like, halved? I had to pull out the I'm dyslexic card because that was mortifying. And I cut myself while I was cutting these pears, but I was too scared to tell the other girl. I mean, the teacher, because, you know, see, you saw I was just gone for like a couple minutes, but I was too scared to tell the teacher or she'll take the knife away from me. Here's me at home. Wait, look at the window. And then, like, in the next video. Oh, and I also put these pears in, but then it said to butter the pan, and then I had to take the pears out, and I felt so stupid. So I took the pears out, buttered the pan, but I forgot to record that. So I'm telling you here. Honestly, I don't know where half these clips are. I feel in my bones and my body that it took a lot more videos. I don't know. Wait. Here. Look at me showing this shit off like I didn't do it wrong. And this is the dough from earlier. My baby dough. Look. Oh my god. That's like 11. Wait. Yeah, that's like 11. If you don't know military time. But yeah, I finished it. I'm so proud of myself, but it got stuck to the pan because of the sugar in it. I feel like I filmed myself making the sugar. Don't know where that went. Do not know where that went, honestly. But I'm about to flip this over. I felt like it would be better if I didn't flip it over. I didn't want to flip it over. I don't know. I feel like the dough should have come first. I also feel like I should have added more dough because the dough was so good. But I forgot I didn't like pears. You'll see that in a second, but I didn't like pears. But look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh my god. This is me cutting it. This is my reaction. But look at the comparison. This is what it was supposed to look like, and this is what mine look like. I mean, my pears are smaller, but I had 10 pears, and I did them all. But here's my mom's reaction real quick. It's not sweet enough, right?
Well, let me taste it.
Okay. I don't think I... Okay. I was just trying to give my 2 cents. I don't know.
I mean, it's good as hell, but it could be just a tad bit more sweeter.
That's what I'm thinking.